Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at level 90 to level 150 monk guide. So, usual assumptions, prerequisites, premium account, some knowledge experience, average fist fighting for your level. In this range, I expect 85 to sort of 95 should be the average that you get from mostly from offline training. You obviously need some budget money for equipment, spells, supplies. Nothing too much just yet, few KK maybe for this level range. And my guides are always primarily aimed at solo players. So, let's begin with the purchasable spells in this level range. We have a Greater Flurry of Blows that you should have unlocked at level 90. Then we have a Forceful Uppercut. However, that one comes from the Shrine in the Corruption Hall. More on that later. You also get Devastating Knockout at level 125. That's a single target spell. You get Mentor of a spell at 150, which is a party spell to buff somebody else. Level 150, we get Mass Spirit Mend, which is an AoE heal, again, a party spell. And then at level 150, we also get Focus Serenity, which at this stage is also mostly a team hunting spell that allows you to stay serene in case you get like boxed by creatures. However, it will become a lot more useful at higher levels for comboing different spenders together, but not something for you to be concerned about. Honestly, the only things you really care about in this level range is basically this for solo hunting. These two spells here, 110, 125, are single targets, and these are mostly at this level range just team hunting things, so you also don't really care about those too much if you're a solo player. This is the main one. Greater Flurry of Blows at level 90. And your playstyle or rotation for this level range is basically just using Greater Flurry of Blows, Chain Penance, and Flurry of Blows, with the sweeping takedown as the spender. Now, when it comes to the virtues, I don't like recommending virtues in my videos because there's a lot of balancing going on in the game. And, I may tell you to use a certain virtue today, and you watch this video 6 months from now and there's been 3 nerfs and it's no longer accurate. So it's kind of up to you to figure out what the current best virtue is. As of the recording of this video, okay, this may not be true if you're watching this video 6 or 12 or 18 months from now. The best virtue that I recommend is the virtue of justice, the flat one that gives you plus fist fighting, and then using a rotation, chained penance, greater flurry of blows, chained penance, flurry of blows, chained penance, sweep and takedown. So in your rotation, you would use 3 times chained penance, 1 times greater flurry of blows, 1 times flurry of blows, and 1 times sweep and takedown. That's my recommended video. That's my recommended rotation and virtue as of May 2025. Again, if you're watching this video far into the future, you may want to double check what the current balancing status is. Moving on, for the Way of the Monk quest shrines in this level range, we have 3. We have the Pits of Inferno one on level 100. This is past the gate of Pits of Inferno, so you will likely need somebody else to open it for you. The easiest way to do it is usually when there's a Pits of Inferno service on your world. You just join that, you do the shrine, do the quest if you need as well. Alternatively, if you have a few friends, they can help you open it up and then get it. You know, kind of a tricky one, kind of not easy to do solo. So yeah, unfortunately, you just have to do it at some point. Then at 110, we have the Corruption Hall. To access this, you need to give in 8 tomes of knowledge. Now, to give in 8 tomes of knowledge, you need to progress through the Farmine quest, like the New Frontier, I believe it's called, quite a lot until the last mission, and then collect all the tomes of knowledge, and it takes at least 8 days as well. So again, you kind of want to think about this sooner rather than later so that you can get this as soon as possible. And then at level 150, we've got the Barkless Elves Robe of Enlightenment as well. That one's fairly easy. That one's nothing really to worry about. That one's pretty simple at level 150, but you will still need to do the Cults of Tibia mini quest at Barkless Elves. Moving on with regard to imbues, in this level range, I strongly recommend you really do invest into the powerful imbues across the board. If you can't get powerful imbues, if you can't make them yourself because you don't have the right character, then ask someone from like the leading guild on your server or a friend or whatever. But it's really, really important that you try and get these super worth. If you really can't get them for whatever reason, then just use basic imbues. Intricate imbues aren't very good, so just use a basic instead. But obviously, your power level will be way higher. And anyway, in this level, I recommend using the Void and level 70 helmet, Void and Strike in the level 80 and level 90 weapons, and Vampirism in the armor, whichever one that may be, Dwarven or at level, sort of until level 125. Then I believe we have the Marudrinan Bando, which is pretty good at level 125, and the Gnomish Cuirass from level 150. With regards to equipment, overall, if you want to, I suggest you check out TibiaPal.com/equipment. You can see all the equipment for the monk in there. In general, the free weapons that you will be using is the Pair of Iron Fist from level 80, Drashiku from level 90, and the Sigh of Enlightenment from level 100. This is the Earth weapon. The Sigh of Enlightenment at level 100 is not that good. It only has one imbue slot, which makes it kind of awkward, and also not Earth element is not all that good in this level range. However, if you do need it, that will be the weapon using in this level range. And overall, here is the equipment that I've been using in this level range. Not really much else to say. Yeah, just you've got the Ring of Orange Plasma from level 100, which is very, very good. You've got the Alahari foot wraps, etc., etc. Moving on for recommended quests, I recommend you continue with some Grizzly tasks and Nightmares. Very, very good in the lower range. You know, Krylos, very good for Nightmares. Quarras as well. You'll be doing a lot of Quarras in like Sunken Quarter, Liberty Bay. Very, very good. And then at 130 plus, you're going to start looking at the Serpent Spawns, Medusas, and Hydras, and Benuta, or in Talahu, you know, stuff like this. I recommend you finish the Alahar quest, you start progress in the Zao and Farmine related quest. Again, like I mentioned, you will need those 8 terms of knowledge handed in, so the New Frontier, Children of the Revolution, Wrath of the Emperor, Ape City. Those are all kind of related to get you access to like deeper Benuta and walls and stuff. So you do want to start looking into those. You should be continuing with your Travel and Trader quest if you haven't already. You want to do Threatened Dreams for Fairest access. You probably want to start doing Forgotten Knowledge. Probably not the bosses yet, but just the accesses to some of the hunting grounds are pretty good, so you probably want to do that as well. You may want to look into a Pirate's Tale to get exotic cave access, which is good. Cult of Tibia, in AB and Edrin, and AB for Barkless and Edrin for the Orc cults, both pretty good hunting grounds in this level range. And you probably also want to start looking at Pits of Inferno and the Inquisition. Quite a lot of stuff here, I will admit, but it's a cool level range in Tibia, so quite a lot of quests and stuff to do. Moving on for the EXP spots. So if you're interested in power gaming, the best EXP focused spots, we've got curated few spots here for expected with the expected raw experience per hour. Around level 90, you should probably be looking at Sunken Quarter, Oromond West. Both very, very good spots. Obviously, both fairly hard still at level 90. However, if you have all those imbues I recommended in like a Dwarven armor, it should be doable. At level 100, you've got Ravenous Lava Lurkers, which peaks around 2.3, even like 2.4 KK raw, and it's super easy. So, you know, whilst those are pretty hard, Ravenous Lava Lurkers are super easy. So if you're not that experienced with the game, you can just go to Lurkers for like 50 levels, and it's going to be good. At level 130, you've got Barkless Elves, which are slightly better than Lurkers, but much more wasteful. There's a lot more waste and a lot harder, but it's a solid alternative. Definitely Bestiary you can do here, which you can't do anywhere else. So I do still recommend it. Also less popular than Lurkers. And at level 150, I recommend Yalahar Grim Reapers. This is the best spot by far for a long time. You'll be hunting there until level 250. So I'm just mentioning it here because some people actually start as early as 130. If you do like a defense spray on the Grim Reaper and you use like Prismatic Ring, Werewolf Amulet, you can even start thinking about it a little bit earlier, but it will be difficult. However, the experience is incredible. So yeah, basically you'll be at this spot from level 150 to 250 at least. Moving on to some profit-focused spots, you've got some of the suggested profit spots in this level range. Sunken Quarter is pretty good, I found. Once you really get comfortable with Sunken Quarter, you don't use very many supplies there, and you know they drop the relic swords, skull helmets, etc., etc. You do end up, I would actually say this is like on the lower estimate. I think I was doing more like 300k per hour once I got a little bit more comfortable at a higher level there. So Sunken Quarter should be profitable. You've got Mini Rosha, obviously in Fairest, very, very good profit spot around 500k per hour. Edron All Cult also pretty good. And Deeper Benuta also fairly profitable at 150 plus. It will be a bit difficult at 150 plus and probably a bit awkward without Fatal Hold on some of those monsters. But, you know, just a suggestion. And all 4 of those spots are actually like kind of good for experience as well. It's not like those are like garbage experience. Those are just okay experience, but very, very good profit. Mini Rosha, especially on like new servers as well, because most of the profit here comes from like very NPC sellable items. Whereas, you know, Edron Orc Cult is like broken shamanic staffs, which costs, you know, which are dependent on the price of those. Deeper Benuta, you know, some items here like Medusa Hat also depends on the imbuable item. But overall, you know, all of those should be pretty profitable. Mini Rosha is probably your best one. And anyway, this is it. This is everything I wanted to discuss in this level 90 to level 150 monk guide. Hope you liked it. Hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, something's not clear, something's changed since I posted this video, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to respond. chat with you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.